Riyadus Salihin. Chapter 304, Forbid Dance of Believing in Ill Omens. Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him said, not the transmission of disease of one person to another and no evil omen, but I am pleased with good omens. He was asked, what is good omen? He replied, a good word. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. Commentary. 1. The phrase not the transmission of disease of one person to another either negates the idea that disease can travel from one person to another, or it signifies that one should not attribute the illness of one person to the illness of another. The right approach is that one should think that a person falls ill with the will of Allah. This does not mean that this hadith denies the infectious character of certain diseases, but it attempts to correct one's belief, namely that if Allah wills something, it will certainly occur. Thus, this hadith proves that even in infectious diseases it is not the disease itself which is the real cause, but the preordainment and will of Allah. 2. Similar is the case of bad omens. These have no significance at all. If any suspicion crosses one's mind by seeing something, he should neither attach any importance to it nor act what the suspicion demands. Good omen is permissible for the reason that it inclines one to associate good hopes with Allah, which is a highly commendable tendency. Thus, it also induces one to always utter something nice and to listen to what is nice, so that in both cases it occasions good omens. One should always abstain from saying what is repulsive to the listeners and tends to be a bad omen. Ibn Umar, may Allah be pleased with them, said, the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him said, there is no infection and no evil omen, but if there is anything that may be a source of trouble, then it could be a house, a horse, and a woman. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. Commentary. This hadith means that nothing is ominous by itself. It is, however, true that because of their certain characteristics, certain things become ominous, troublesome, for certain persons. For example, if one has a small house or bad neighbors, he does not feel happy and peaceful in it. If one's wife is sterile or rude or abusive or immoral, etc., such a woman is ominous for him. That is, she is a source of trouble and tension rather than that of happiness for him. If one has a horse which is not used for jihad, or is so ill-natured that it neither goes well ordinarily or with whipping, nor does it behave when left to its own will, then it has an ominousness in the sense that it does not serve the purpose of the master. Buraida, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Prophet never took ill omens. Reported in Abu Dawud. Commentary. In pursuance of the teachings and practices of the Prophet peace be upon him, one should abstain from taking a bad omen. If some suspicion arises in one's mind which is ominous, then he must not do what it impels. Urwa bin Amir, may Allah be pleased with him, said, when talking of omens was mentioned in the presence of the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him, he said, the best type of omen is the good omen. He added, a Muslim should not refrain from anything because of an omen. He peace be upon him told them, when any of you sees anything which he dislikes, he should say, O Allah! You alone bring good things, you alone avert evil things, and there is no might or power but in you. Reported in Abu Dawud with Sahih Isnad. Commentary. 1. Tayara means taking omen. This applies to good as well as bad omens. Muslims are required to take good omen only. For this reason, when a Muslim resolves to do something good, then a bad omen should not impede his way, because he believes that it is Allah alone who brings about everything. He should also pray to Allah for the removal of mischief. 2. When such things from which people usually take a bad omen create suspicions in one's mind, then it is mustahab, desirable, to recite the prayer mentioned in this hadith. Thus, What we learn from this hadith is that if a Muslim comes across something repulsive, he should pray to Allah for something auspicious. He should also pray to Allah for granting him the power and ability to abstain from evils.
سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك